Hi, my name is Danielle Madras, and this is my week 3 presentation on the baking soda and vinegar rocket. To start this experiment, we need some simple supplies. So we're going to start with an empty plastic water bottle, one paper towel, a wine cork, distilled vinegar, baking soda, and then I ended up using a glass jar as the stand for my bottle rocket, but some people have taped pencils and used like the pencils as a base and a stand for their rocket as well. So for the first part of this experiment, you go ahead and take your plastic water bottle, place a funnel on it, and fill it roughly about half full with vinegar. So I used about a cup or so of vinegar in this first initial experiment. Then I placed about 1 teaspoon of baking soda in the center of my paper towel and kind of rolled that paper towel up like a cigar and closed both ends. For the second part of this experiment is the launch portion. So at this point, take all of your supplies outside because you should do this outside. It makes a giant mess. Go ahead and place that rolled baking soda in the paper towel inside your plastic water bottle. Put that cork on very quickly and very tightly, and then go ahead and shake that bottle and place it upside down, so cork side down in our stand. And as you can see in my picture here on the right, my lovely bottle rocket went all over the place. With the large amount of vinegar that I used the first time around, it pretty much exploded just about the second that I got it in the stand. So I would say under 5 seconds for the explosion to happen here. I did repeat this experiment with much less vinegar, so I used about a fourth cup of vinegar, same amount of the baking soda being 1 teaspoon. And that experiment took roughly 30 seconds before it exploded, but it actually went way higher and landed on the roof of my house, and I had to wait for the bottle to roll off the roof so that I could get that and clean up my mess. So to wrap up here in conclusion, we combined an acid and a base to make our experiment. So baking soda was our base, that is sodium bicarbonate. Each molecule of baking soda contains a sodium atom, a hydrogen atom, an oxygen atom, and a carbon dioxide molecule. Vinegar became our acid, and that contains an acetic acid. Each molecule in the vinegar contains one hydrogen atom and one acetate ion. So when we combine the hydrogen atom in the acetate acid, when those meet up with the hydrogen and the oxygen atoms in the baking soda, they form a molecule of water, while the acetate ion grabs onto the sodium atom and forms salt, which is sodium acetate. The carbon dioxide molecule is then at this point kind of free to do whatever it wants. It's free of all of its chemical bonds. It can now escape, and then we form the bubbles and the gas, which builds up inside of our plastic water bottle and actually leads to the explosion here that you can see of the rocket shooting off of our stand, and all of those bubbles and all of that built up gas is from the carbon dioxide that's built up from this reaction.